see what I'm on this morning. Do I need to switch the song out? This your Joan James. I made this joint years ago. Get your energy going. All right, good morning, everybody. What you say? Makisha say she came out. Y'all went to Carolina Kitchen. The food was slamming. Yes, indeed. Where'd you go to Carolina Kitchen at? Makisha? Yeah, James. James said we could play that record every morning. He said, "Oh, we don't even need no coffee. We just put." Yeah, James. I need coffee, James. I'm gonna need that coffee, James. Everybody say that sound like a video game song. This one too. This sound like a video game song too, Monica. I didn't watch the Hip Hop Awards last night. Sorry, Beth. I would have known if I'd have known MOP was there. Watch it back. Has a ton of energy just asking for the go-go. I ain't got the go-go up yet, Chuck. And I don't even, to be quite honest, Chuck, I revere go-go so much that I don't even try to make go-go beats. Like, for me, go-go is so sacred that I don't even fuck around over on the go-go side. I will though. For you, Chuck. I'm gonna make a joint. I'm a kaboom kabakum for you, Chuck. You hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna make one for you. So good morning, everybody. It's 8 minutes after 9. I'm just running through a couple of tracks. I want to get back to yesterday's conversation because it was getting really, 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 really powerful. We were going through we were going to a place we hadn't gone on this broadcast, and I wanted to get to that. Monkeypox! I wanted to Google it, bitch. I wanted to get back to that conversation, but I want to run one more. So this song right here, I'm gonna run this and then we're gonna get to it. Don't forget to get your tickets. This song right here, y'all, is me one day testing out. This microphone. I use this microphone and I use it as a recording mic. You know, you're supposed to use this microphone to record professional vocals. I used that microphone to see if I could do it. And this is what I came at. This right here goes out to all my Morgan State people. This, Monica, this is for you. This is for the McKeldin parties. This is for when we were going to Baltimore parties, when we go to Taos, when we go anywhere else. This just me. This is me on the microphone.
Baby, tell me.
She'll know.
Baby, tell me.
How the weeds roll.
Baby, tell me.
Where you wanna go?
Say you love me always. I keep believing that bullshit. Keep showing up. So I told her I'm that. I you that. I said, bitch, you got that woman mad. If you ain't here, you're not gonna. I said, fuck out of here. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker as soon as I see her.
Who need to go house hunting? Send me up, hit me up. I got you, Silver. We on for today. So this is called Dropping on the Floor. No, this is called Biscuit. Anyway, let's go on to our shit.
Baby, tell me.
She'll know.
Baby, tell me.
How the weeds roll.
Baby, tell me.
Where you wanna go?
Say you love me always.
Drop it on the floor.
Baby, tell me.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James.
Baby, tell me.
Appreciate you.
Baby, tell me.
Alright.
Baby, tell me.
Drop it on the floor.
Alright. Can we... So I did not watch the BET Awards last night. And my son last night, my son asked me, so the BET Hip Hop Awards went down last night. Hope y'all watched. Hope y'all supported. I did not watch. I was taking care of some business. But when it was on, before they did the show, they had Rap City 2022, a special version of Rap City. Where'd it go? Thank you, Chuck. What up, Daryl? What up, D? And my son asked me about BET. He said, Dad, do they ever call you to get on the show? Rather, he said, why don't they ever call you? He said, do they ever call you to get on the show? I said, no, son, they don't call me. He said, and no, he said, why don't they ever call you to get on the show? And I said, I don't know, son. I really don't think about it. And you know, how you feel about it? I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to be thinking or feeling some way about it. Shout out to Tigger holding it down forever. Shout out to all the Rap City fans. But it made me ask myself, why don't I care? You know, should I care that they don't, put me in there and don't give me that look? Is that a concern I should have? Like Tracy just said, I was looking for you on Rap City 2022. Should I make more of a stink about it? You know what I mean? Like, you know, Tigger holds that down, and the politics of that, just the politics of where that is now, I don't get invited. I do not feel any kind of way. I just kind of don't even, I'm indifferent. So should I be feeling some kind of way? You know what I mean? Everybody always says, after that, God always opens more doors for you. The ill part for me is, and I'm gonna be 150 with y'all. Like every morning I get up, I get to smile like every morning. Like I get to laugh and smile every morning, and I really don't see that I need more than that. The things I worry about, I really worry about only for my family's future. I wear this and I wear my little Apple Watch. I don't want jewels. I don't want. Some days I say to my wife, okay, I want a different watch, but the only reason I want a different watch is for everybody else's reaction. Not for any, you know what I mean? Because of how everybody else views you when you got on a better watch. The doors open up when you got a better watch. It doesn't make me feel any different. It doesn't boost my esteem. It doesn't change how I feel about myself. You know what I mean? A better car. The only reason I would want a better car is for everybody else's reaction, not for mine. I love my motherfucking Honda Accord that they gave me for doing radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no kind of way. And so when my son asked me that, it kind of threw me off. But I gave him the same answer. Son, I really don't care. I really am just like, they say your health is the number one wealth, right? And I like to add on top of that your well-being is in addition to health is the real wealth. Like if you have a healthy body, but then you're well in thought, you're well in how you process things, and you can process things in a way that benefit you every time. What else I need? Well, after that, what else do I need? You know what, Melissa? Can we give Melissa the round of applause, please? Yes, Melissa. Melissa gets the round of applause. Y'all see what this woman said to us this morning? Y'all see what she said? Keep your peace. Some of us out here crying in the shower, getting ready for work. I'm gonna make this a post. I'm gonna snatch this and make a post out of this. And this is a message. So this is a message Melissa sent to me, and now I'm sending out to the world. Keep your peace. Some of us are out here crying in the shower, getting ready for work. Every morning right here at 9 o'clock, we try to keep the peace and keep our peace mentally and emotionally. Joe Clair Live. There goes the promo, Melissa. Melissa, you just gave me the bombest promo ever. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Way to go. She hit that nail on the head. Protect that peace. Woo! Thank you, Shanova. Shanova says, I believe that was a great start for you, but you have a different calling now. Your influence and your aspirations to help our people makes more of an impact. That's what I'm hoping, Shanova. That's what I be hoping. That's what the fuck I be hoping. But there's one thing, I have one selfish thing to say about that. While I do want to help our people. The selfish part of that, Shadova, is I got to do it by being comfortable first. So I get up and I drink coffee out of I do like my nice coffee cup. This is one of my worldly possessions that I will fight you over. And Shanova, I'm going to do it wearing at least Shanova. I'm going to help our people. I'm going to make an impact, but I'm going to do it in some nice ass kicks. I like nice kicks. I'm sorry. I like nice kicks. I like nice hoodies. After that, I don't give a fuck. After that, I don't give a fuck. So yes. Thank you. So you all have answered my question. I do not need to be concerned with that. I do not need to be more, I need to be out in front of the people more. Oh, I need to be on Rap City. They don't call me no more. I don't call them neither. Robert Gray is back, everybody. Everybody say what up, black ass Rob. So Rob, yesterday we had a real dope conversation. We had a real dope conversation yesterday, Rob, and at the end we were talking about the two sides, the love side and the fear side. I didn't start getting into the religious context. I try to stay away from that as much as possible, because I know that once you start getting into religion, you run the risk of people who don't agree or feel included feeling excluded, and that starts a whole nother conversation, and I'd rather not do that. But what I do want to talk about, and Rob, I will welcome you putting it in religious context, and anyone else here who chooses to do so. That love conversation we were having yesterday, and putting love first and allowing love to lead, and being courageous in that regard. Yesterday's conversation sparked a couple of other conversations. I had a meeting yesterday at 11 o'clock, I had a meeting, and when I get into the meeting, the first 20 minutes was taken up because someone in that meeting was on this live, and we had to discuss it. He had to discuss it. He had things that he needed to get out and say. Brett, I'm gonna shout you out in a minute too, because there's a huge wine and jazz festival this weekend in Bowie. The Savor Wine Festival is this weekend at the Bowie Town Center. The Savor Wine Festival is this weekend at the Bowie Town Center, and Brett, who's on here with us a lot of mornings, is responsible for that. But on the love-hate thing, right? And if you got real estate questions, please send email to info@joeclair.com so we can connect on the real estate thing. But this love thing that we talked about yesterday, and how putting love first is a strength and a courage in its own right. I wanted to say that, in our community, and I'm going to go ahead and speak about blackity black today. In our community, we shy away from that because of whatever the fuck reason why we shy away from it. I have seen, however, the strength of someone like Oprah Winfrey, who you guys remember when Oprah rose to prominence and her voice and her name started resounding everywhere. Everybody said, we feel so comfortable with Oprah. Oprah continues to lead with love. She, I don't think I've ever, if we really think about it, we've never heard Oprah come and point her finger at anybody else. Oprah always turns it back this way, figures it out, and then says it, right? And I watch and I follow leaders who do that. Religious leaders, political leaders, civic leaders, people in the neighborhood, and who are emotionally mature enough to know that putting love and the things that come from love, being neighborly, looking out for your fellow man, taking care of the community, people that exude that get my attention quick, and those are the people I try to aspire to be like. I try to aspire to be like that. Melissa, I gotta go back and look at the Russell Simmons interview. I don't remember Oprah and Russell. General kindness is something that piques my interest. Yes, Silver says general kindness. Yes, that piques my interest. Right here. Do y'all grab these books? When you're at the grocery store, especially Whole Foods, do you guys ever grab these magazines when they sitting there? Time magazine put out The Power of Positive Thinking, Why Attitude Matters. And it was at the checkout at Whole Foods, and so was this one, Breathe, the mindfulness special. When I see these, I grab them. These are full of things that I kind of already know from a cursory standpoint, and these sort of act as refreshers for me. And then there might be something in our circle and I'll take away. Check these kinds of things out, y'all. These right here, when I see these magazines and shit like this, I'm trying to get it right so y'all can see me when I see these kinds of magazines, the mindfulness special and thinking positive, I say that somewhere in media, there's somebody who's trying to fight the good fight. Most media is clickbait. Most media circles around fear mongering and making you fearful, or gossip and shit like that. This is somebody way down the line, somebody way down the line saying, we need this too. All right, do your little mindfulness magazine. Nobody wants that shit. And they say, but we can sell 50,000. Okay, sell 50,000 and we'll do that. This right here is the universe speaking to me. And I want you all to and I hope that you guys start seeing shit like, if you look around, you'll notice it. General kindness is out there. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Tammy, you getting sleepy? My bad, Tammy, you getting sleepy? Tammy said, Joe, you put me to sleep with this shit. But we gotta have that love conversation, Tammy. I try to make it as dynamic as possible, but very true, Kev. Some people have to be loved from a distance, though, to preserve your peace. Yes, you saw how Oprah did her mom. You see how Oprah did her mother. Oprah never said a bad word about her mother, but all she did is send her checks. I can't be around your ass. Yeah, yes, exactly. You exactly right, Kev. I can't be around your ass every day. I can't. Not for my peace. I love you. I love you to death. I love you to death, but look here. Oprah just sent them checks. Oprah was just sending checks to her mother. You feel what I mean? So in the black community, it would be real cool if we could have a love conversation a little more often. For those who weren't here yesterday, Cynthia, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but yesterday what we were saying is, imagine if babies came to the world and love was bigger than fear. Fear is more prominent in the world than love is. But fear is, but love is, for me, seems the stronger one. Fear seems like the easier one. But love seems like the stronger one to me. You feel what I mean? You know what I mean? Very good point, Melissa. Melissa says, but there are people who don't accept general kindness. They are so programmed to think that people want something in return. So, Melissa, with that being the case, and love, for me, love being stronger, I still give the love. Because I understand that you don't understand where this is coming from. And even though you can't receive it, I see you squirming in it. You ever I'll give love. Or you ever hug somebody who's not a hugger? And they don't necessarily, push you off of them, but the act of engaging in that hug is so foreign to them that they kind of just stiffen up, right? That's not a reflection on me giving that beautiful old hug to you. That's really just, that shows where they are. I still think that they are deserving of love. I still think they deserve that hug. Matter of fact, they may need that hug more than anybody else. And so I still give it. It's just like charity. It's just like when I do the charitable work, philanthropic work in the community. I don't expect nothing back in return. You know what I mean? But then I get more than I ever had. I don't expect nothing in return, but I be getting 1 billion times more than the next motherfucker just because I went out there on some selflessness shit and then I get everything. You understand what I'm saying? Like the universe just keep rewarding me. You know what I mean? Beth said she need a hug. Everybody, let's give Beth a hug. Here go your hug, Beth. Oh, Beth, here go your hug, Beth. Here go your hug, Beth. You know what I mean? So I would say in our community, we need, I try, some days I'm in my car and I'll notice that I have this energy. You see this face? Some mornings I got that face. And then I'll go out in the world and I'll notice people's reaction to me with that face. And I'll change. Because I know that I'm acting like a toddler with this face. I'm acting like a spoiled toddler with this face. The world ain't going the way I wanted to go, so I'm mad about it. You know what I mean? And then I'll change that energy into, you know what? You can't control the world. You got so much beautiful shit to be happy about. Nigga, be happy. Hop back in my car, turn on some good music, and this changes quick. Hugs, Beth. It's 9:34 in the morning time. We talking about love. Real love is unconditional. Circumstances and situations shouldn't determine how you show forth love. This is coming from Black Ass Robert Gray, y'all. Now listen, let me tell y'all about Black Ass Robert Gray. Let me tell y'all about Black Ass. Yeah, that's my man's right there. That's my motherfucker right here. That's Black Ass Rob. Kaboom kabaku. He says real love is unconditional. Circumstances and situations shouldn't determine how you show forth love. It's real shit. It's simple, but it's not easy. Now, that concept right there is very, very simple to understand, right? You understood that when you were in kindergarten. I got you, Will. We're going to come back and talk to you in a second. Will. You learned this in kindergarten. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Therefore, it's unconditional. Circumstances and situations shouldn't determine how you show forth love. And that's a very simple concept. Even a baby can understand it. But we struggle with that. We struggle, and I'm not going to say a lot of us struggle, but all of us struggle with that through our lives. Throughout our lives. Yeah, it's very simple. It's very simple, but it ain't easy. Alicia, it's very simple, but it ain't easy. Because of the human condition. You go out in the world and even with all this positivity that I have, all this love, sitting in the love that I try to immerse myself in love. Don't think that fear isn't right here, but I'm attempting to allow the love to color the fear as opposed to the fear coloring the love, right? And if I can do that, then I can go out in the day and I can have all this beautifuln's. But funky shit pops up all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. When people talk shit to me, I be wanting to talk shit back. Matter of fact, when people talk shit to me, the way I was raised and the way I understand the world, the way I was brought up, right outside my mother's house is you need to learn how to steal somebody in their motherfucking mouth. Right? Y'all notice I don't never steal nobody in their mouth? Namaste. 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 So, even I struggle with it, Alicia. It is a very simple concept, but it is not easy. I can sit here and preach all morning, but then I got to go out here in the world and live, right? Do I get aggravated? Yes. Because while I am my mother's son, I'm also my father's son. My father was Oh man, my father was something else. He was argumentative, judgmental. At times, he could be argumentative. He could be judgmental. He could be, there were a lot of times that he did, that he could be shallow. But then he also had a great propensity for elevated thought, being better, constant improvement. Even though he didn't always practice constant improvement, he could at least preach it to us. And so he would push me to try to improve as much as I possibly could. So, do I think about busting a motherfucker in the mouth? Yes. But it's not my prevailing thought. It is not my first thought. It is not how I think about it all day, every day. It does pop up every day. I'm a black man in America. So, whipping somebody's ass pops up in my mind every single day. But my emotional growth and my emotional maturity says to me, don't even act on none of that. Matter of fact, disregard it as much as you possibly can and get back to your positive. Yes, it's a struggle, but that's when you got to put your big boy drawers on and continue to love. I want to say this, and Rob, you can tell me if I'm wrong. But I mean, that's pretty much the simple. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But you know, putting love first, isn't that me narrowing down the gospel of Jesus? Put love first. I might be oversimplifying it. But isn't that at the heart of the gospel of Jesus? You know what I mean? I don't, you know, Jesus ain't talk about gold and gems, and he didn't go around, you know, starting stuff. He just went around talking to people, telling you what it is. Here go the love. Here go the love. Here go the love. I'm on love. I don't know what the Romans is on. The Romans, I know the Romans is mad at me, but I'm on love. You know what I mean? That's what Jesus was doing. Jesus walked in, I'm on love. The Romans was like, he's a problem. Because they couldn't understand. Right? So, so if you put it in context, we living right here and right now, and you are trying to be Christ-like. You go out in the world, there are people who are positioning themselves as authorities on you making it into heaven. And they can't even put love first. They do not have the capacity to put love first. I can't even, man, why would I even listen to you? I can see through you. I can see you talking that bullshit. I want to steal you in your motherfucking mouth. And got your mama and your grandmama convinced that he's the Rob. So listen, let's talk about that, Rob. So Rob says, even we talking about Jesus, had his moments when he turned over the gambling tables in his father's temple, but he got right back to loving. True indeed, he turned over the gambling tables, but he ain't going there and cuss nobody out and call them all kinds of mother punk ass. You know what I'm saying? Jesus ain't going there, you know, with two pistols blazing it. Y'all, I'm gonna kill everybody in my father's house. No, y'all get these gambling tables out of here. God, you wrong with that. I love you, but get these gambling tables out of here. Am I right, Rob? You feel what I'm saying? I thought about that too. I had to reconcile what I was talking yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I had to reconcile what I was talking about yesterday about Jesus had that very simple fundamental thing. It's not easy, but it's fundamental. And then I was like, well, Jesus lost his temper when he went to the temple and he had to turn over the gambling tables and they were in there selling stuff in his father's house in the church. And Jesus, man, he turned over the tables. But he didn't strike anybody, did he? Tell me if I'm wrong. He ain't going there smacking people outside the head. Nah, he just turned over their tables. You can go gamble elsewhere. You can't gamble in here. To me, yeah, that was a show of temper. But Jesus understood something. It seemed to me that even in that time when he saw the worst example of blasphemous behavior ever, all he did is turned over the tables. He ain't say, let's stone somebody, which he could have easily done. You need to be stoned. Or he could have easily said, something else. Because in them times, they was chopping people, they was hanging people up on crosses. He could have went there. And I didn't say he didn't get mad. I didn't say, but what he didn't do is he didn't get violent against other people. He didn't start gossip. You know what I'm saying, Rob? Am I on point, Rob? For each of us. And who's this? Alan. I think this is Alan. Alan says, I got into it with somebody the other day. I had Jesus on my mind and kindness in my heart, but he was so rude and screaming that he snatched all the religious love I had in me. Suddenly I felt real Landoverish. But from the great words of Marion Barry, I said to myself, he trying to set me up and take my joy. So I walked away. Yep. You walked away. You walked great. And that's, yeah. I just walked away. I don't even entertain that energy. You see the victory you got? You see the victory you got? I can put up this V, I can put up that V. But you see the victory you got by walking away. You over here this morning with your story. You feel me? You over here this morning with your story. You understand what I mean? So, sorry, y'all. Somebody's hitting me. Yeah, that's being grown. That's being grown. I learned to walk away back in my young adult years. That was my mother was giving me. She knew that I had a horrible temper. I took after my dad, and if I allowed it to, my temper would flare, and I would lose my shit. I would break property. I don't give a. I'm coming out. She sat me down, taught me that anger was not wrong. I wasn't wrong for being angry. I wasn't wrong for getting mad. You're not wrong for anger. You wrong for what you do with the anger. Is where you get wrong. Is where you get in trouble. Anger ain't nah. You need anger. Anger is real. You need that. What you do with anger is the thing. Now, if you have love if you using love all day, every day as your presiding, as your number one, you immersed in the love. When you do get angry, you feel what I'm saying? The anger gets dissipated a lot quicker and a lot easier when you let that love come back in with this anger, and then you're all right. Yes, I'm still angry and I am still mad. But I ain't about to go out here and act a motherfucking fool. You feel me? And if I can take that a step further, hey Will, remember how I said, ask yourself why? When I be mad, I start doing that why exercise that I was talking about yesterday. And get down to the fundamental why. And then come down, see if I can break this foundation of why I'm mad down even more. Well, why does this make me mad? I'm mad because of this. Well, why does this make you mad? Because of this. And why is that? And why is that? And why is that? And if I can get back, and I get back to either I was mad because of some fear shit, and just 99.9% of the times I was mad because I feared that person who was talking shit was really was taking away from my self-esteem. I really, he trying to take, so what he said, you know, you a bitch ass nigga. What is, so? And? What does that mean? Why does that make me mad? Well, it makes me mad because he said it. Okay, why does that make you mad? Because he think he has authority to say that shit to me. Okay, and why does that make you mad? Why does him thinking he has authority over you make you mad? Because ultimately, I have authority over me. Exactly. So you're basically fearful that he's trying to take some authority from you. Can he do that? No. Well, then that's an irrational fear, then, ain't it? Yeah. Do you need to be mad? Nah. You back to your love? Yes. Keep it moving. You feel what I mean? Do that exercise. Motherfucker he call you all kinds of motherfucking bitch ass niggas. You be mad? You ever ask yourself why you mad? Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Then you let that part go. After your ego and your pride get out, after you take your ego and your pride out of the way, start asking yourself why. And you was really mad that this nigga said some shit about you, and at the end of the day, him saying some shit about you really just plays on your fear that he might be able to have some authority over you. Therefore, fuck that. I'm bucking back. You feel what I mean? Some gotta get got right then and there. And okay, so let's take that. All right, some people gotta get got right then and there. Let me ask you a question. When anyone, have you ever had a fight with somebody? Let's say a physical altercation with somebody that led to you enriching yourself. You bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, you a bitch ass nigga. Has that ever, when it gets like that, have you guys ever been enriched? Most of the time, when we have fights, it ends up being bad for everybody. Busted lip, crying and shit when you little, snotty nose. Here's what I mean, Rob. I'm meaning if we have the ability to do those exercises and get to the why part first. You get to the why shit first. You know, Jasmine Sullivan has a song, right? The other night I was listening to Jasmine Sullivan's song. She said, "I bust the windows out your car." Right? And in the song she talks about, I know that it was childish and so on and so forth, but I just wanted you to feel the same hurt that I felt. At the end of the day, what do we call that? We call that toxic, right? Because it's toxic. At the end of the day, that's some toxic. It's not good for either of us. It's not good for either one of us. What would have been best is both of us walking away. Right? That's probably what would have been better. Right? Now let's take that into a bigger context. If mankind, and that's what this is really about, Tammy, getting to the root. If we could get to the root every day, back to the fundamental love versus hate every day, all day, most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like if you could generate that thought all the time, just like we think about get money, or just like we think about get bitches, or just like we think about look good out here, if we thought about love, hate all the time, imagine where we be. So for me, love, hate is always there, right? With my wife, with my kids, with you guys, with the world, and I luckily, like for Will, especially Will, luckily I've had that tool, that why tool, that ask yourself why tool. I've had it I've exercised that muscle so much that it's real simple for me to get back into. Oh man, this motherfucker got me mad, but let me start working on Joe first. Work on Joe before you say anything to that motherfucker. Turn it back inside, do the whys, and get back to what the fuck is going on in here. Imagine if young men had that. Imagine if young men understood that. You would choose your battles a lot wiser. A lot more wisely. You would, and it's Tony, you hit the nail on the head. Tony says, requires maturity. I think that my mother helped me mature faster than I would have had I not known her. The things that I talked about yesterday. Had it been left up to my dad, he didn't get that maturity that I got in my teens till he was on, close to 80. Y'all see what I'm getting at? He was done with the fighting of the battles for no reason. And he has fought those battles for 80 years for no reason. He didn't have to. My brother fought battles for 60 years, for 50-some years that he didn't have to because of his understanding. I stopped fighting them battles a long time ago. So my battles were really for prestige and status and Rob can tell you I grew up in my house was different than everybody else's house on the block. And I ain't gonna say we were the dirty house, but we was the wild house on the block. And we didn't have a lot of material things. And I used to, that was my aggression, was for more shit. And once I realized that shit ain't matter, my aggressions, subsided. Short of you, smacking my wife in the face, or smacking my kids, or smacking my mama, we can work this out. Now you smack my wife, I still love you, brother. However, I got to handle this. You got to understand something. And maybe even then we might be able to talk it out, but I don't know. That takes a level of maturity. That's that master sensei, master shifu level of maturity. Eddie Brown here? Where Eddie at? Hey! I know you was here. Eddie Bryant, my good, who's on this month's show. As we sit here and we have this Namaste positivity talk, Eddie Bryant say, give me 2 coochies and a green tea, please, with honey. Thank you. Now, I will say this. I'm very happy to see Eddie here. Eddie and I, for everybody here. So yesterday, Eddie, we was having the fear versus love conversation. I wanted to continue it here. Eddie is somebody who I've grown very close to. And me and Eddie have sort of these existential and ethereal conversations all the time. We are two black men trying to navigate in a world. Aggression is we can get it. If we as black men, if we acted out aggressively, nobody would bat an eye. If me and Eddie got out here and started busting motherfuckers in the head, it would seem like the norm. That's what black men, what he do? He fucked that nigga up. Yeah, that's how niggas act. However, when Eddie and I talk about let's find solutions to not having these aggressions against shit, it's people who try to move on us in business. It's people who try to move on us out here in these streets. It's people who just, basically think we some punk motherfuckers. When Eddie and I get down to owning our part of the equation. Okay, he said you a punk motherfucker, but what did that have to do with me? Okay, one, I know I ain't no punk motherfucker. Two, what he say don't count. This nigga probably still digging his butt. You know what I'm saying? And the solution could be, hey, now that I worked this out while me and you sitting here having this conversation, here go a bigger solution or putting this to work. Why don't we go say this in front of some kids? You know what I'm saying? Or why don't we have this conversation with the team? Or, I'm going to use this with my wife tonight. Or Eddie going to use that with his girl or his kinfolk or somebody he encounters in business. It's some real shit. I'm trying to live it. I can't say that I'm the best example. I will never sit here in front and say I'm the best example. But I will say that I'm trying. I'm trying my damnedest to. I see what plagues us. I see what plagued my father all the way to the end. He couldn't let that anger and that aggression go because it had become such a part of who he was that he thought that that's all that was. And that's how, that's how you're supposed to react. And when he, by the end, he understood that my mother was right. Oh, shit. He understood that I have aggression, but I have my own style of aggression. I aggressively go out here and give out this love and these laughs and that shit, and it makes my life happen. And that's how I take care of my life. I put fear pops up for me just like anybody else. But I try my best to put fear in its place, put it over there, and then, treat it accordingly. And put love right here instead of putting fear right here and putting love over there and treating it accordingly. Do I point the finger at somebody else who does it the other way? No. But I know what my strength is. And thank you, Tammy. That's the root. Exactly. I was talking about getting to the root. I gotta get out of here. Hey, it's going down next Saturday on the 15th. Carl Payne, Damon Williams, Eddie Bryant. It's Carl Payne, it's Damon Williams, it's Eddie Bryant. It's Carl Payne, it's Damon Williams, it's Eddie Bryant. Get your tickets, Banging and Bowie. This one's gonna be one for the books. And then this weekend, out here in the great state of Bowie, is the Savor Wine, Food, and Jazz Festival. Food and Wine Festival at Bowie Town Center. Oh, that thing gonna be something else. That's Brett Murray's event. You can get tickets for Bangin' and Bowie at BowieCenter.org. Thank you, Tiffany. Hey, Eddie, shout out Tiffany. Tiffany comes to all these shows. You can get tickets at BowieCenter.org. BowieCenter.org. BowieCenter.org for those tickets. Thank you, Nicole. I'm trying to I'm trying to have some decent conversations, Nicole. I am not and will never profess to be an expert on none of this shit. I feel like I'm a dumbass baby here with my eyes open, ready to receive those things that benefit and serve me to my highest good. Fear could serve me, but I don't know if it necessarily serves my highest good. Anger serves me, but I don't know if it necessarily serves my highest good. Aggression, smacking a motherfucker in the mouth might serve me, but I don't know if it necessarily serves my highest good. And I'm concerned with serving my highest good. You see what I'm getting at? You see what I did right there? All right, I gotta get out of here. We gotta think about what song we gonna leave I got it, Monica. We got to think about what song we leaving off with today. Now, Eddie. Hey, Eddie. I have been ending the broadcast with that song called Gone. But I have a new one over here, and people seem to like that new one. Brown skin. You know I love her brown skin. I can't tell where hers begins. And I can't tell where mine ends. Oh, yeah. Dick Gregory got a word for you today. Y'all see I got on my Dick Gregory hoodie. It's a game. Should I leave with the strings? Am I leaving with the strings? Am I leaving with Gone? Or am I leaving with one of the high energy jumps? Y'all tell me. Brown skin. You welcome, Darrell. You know I love that brown skin. I can't tell where hers begins. And all right, we're going to leave with these strings. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh, hold on. We got 2 high energy. We got 3 strings. We got 2 gones. 4 strings, 5 strings. All right, we're going to leave with these strings. I can't tell where mine ends. Whoa. Hey, Eddie, check this out. I'll see y'all tomorrow.